Hello. Welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this is a reading for the energy of Gemini. So, I just finished recording the Leo reading, and I think I was talking about how every time I uploaded a video and I put it into CapCut, it would take so much longer. Well, I had to put the Leo video into CapCut because I accidentally stopped the video instead of pausing it. I had to get some tea because my throat is a little bit dry. I have my son's girlfriend has COVID, and I think she may have brought some germs into the house. However, I am combating it with my special cocktail of vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, and some zinc. So while last night I wasn't feeling too hot, I loaded up on those vitamins and I took some this morning and I'm feeling better, except my throat is just a little dry. So anyhow, that was, I just wanted to share that. But let's move on to Gemini. So this is for the air sign of Gemini. And for this series, I've been using the Baroque Tarot by Lamucci, Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torian, and the Lantern Oracle by Angelina Mirabito. So I am going to do the Oracle card last. This time, I was called to do it last on another video, and I think it was the Pisces video. No, it was Virgo's video, and so now I just feel we need to do this one last as well. I have been doing them in the beginning, which is kind of nice. It's a cool, nice little change. All right, so. My videos are meant for everyone. I feel, I'm sure I'm not the only one, that we have all of the zodiacal signs in our birth chart, and we are able to access any of these energies whenever we need to, because we have all of these zodiacal signs in our birth chart. And we have them in our birth chart because of the house system, right? If you don't have a luminary in a sign, you definitely have a house in a particular sign. So we can call on these energies anytime that we need them, and we can use them. It's just like flexing a muscle, using a muscle. Anytime we need to use that muscle, it'll get stronger the more often we use it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and draw the three main energies from the Baroque Tarot for you, Gemini. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Cups and the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so earth, water, and fire. All right. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is the card of like opulence, kind of having all that you desire. You have. It seems like you're in a good place right now. I'm seeing that you pretty much have all that you want in your physical life. You're happy at the moment. Your relationships with others or with another is at a good spot for you. We do have the Six of Wands in reverse, but I don't necessarily see that this is a bad thing, and especially with these two cards right next to it. It might just be that you're in a more of a private time right now. You're more focusing on yourself, maybe on a particular relationship, a relationship that's close to you, and it's not so much, you're not so much out there. You're not being paraded around town. So let's go ahead and draw from Tarot of the Abyss, and let's dive a little bit deeper into this message for you, Gemini, and then we'll draw an oracle card at the end. Now, I did a chat on why my setup has changed. So if you're interested in knowing the details about the setup, you can check out that chat. But I am back in my windowsill. And I have to admit, I do like it here. The setup is a lot faster. And I do like being able to look outside and seeing the greenery. We've got some trees back here, and sometimes I'll see birds, squirrels, butterflies, dragonflies. So it's pretty cool to be here again. Knight of Wands, Four of Cups, Three of Cups, the Chariot in reverse, Five of Cups, the Hermit in reverse, the World in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. Interesting spread here. Now let us go ahead and draw our oracle card from the Lantern Oracle. I'm going to do one more shuffle for you, Gemini. Let's see, what do we have here? We have distorted desire. Okay, 15. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. So there's a light back behind here, which is not, let's see if we can get that focused. There we go. So we can see she's in a state of panic. She's running from something. What she's running from might be back here. We also have, looks like some kind of dwelling, castle, house up on the hill over here. All right, let's see what this says. Okay, and what energy is this in? This is Mother's, the Mother's energy. Now, the Lantern Oracle is split into 4 sections. We've got the Maiden, Mother, Guardian, and the Crone. So the Mother energy is earth, fertility, young adulthood, passion, learning, choices, trial and error, creativity, betrayal, disillusionment, and being broken open. Responsibility is the challenge of this phase. Choices that are often naively and idealistically made during the maiden stage can culminate in the birthing of a reality or an illusion during the mother stage. Consequently, this period typically involves some sort of disillusionment. This can lead to growth, insight, and enhancing one's creative power and the ability for self-renewal or the stagnation of regret and denial. The mother consciousness of tender love, delicate fertility, and primal ferocity has the power of gestation and breathing new life and realities into her world. She offers lessons that often hurt to learn, yet they are the lessons from which heroines are made. The mother harnesses the power of rose wisdom. The wisdom and energy are asked to step up and work through emotional roller coasters. She can either create again or retreat to the ruins of what is not as it seems. Her potential is like a rose that blossoms in deep crimson red after climbing beyond a stem of thorns. Wow. Okay. So that is the energy of the mother, which is what this card sits in. So we've got distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Knowing the difference between needs and wants is key to navigating what is at the root of desire. It helps us to distinguish what is a sabotaging compulsion or mirage from what is genuinely life-enhancing aspiration to be realistically pursued. When what we think we want is not what we need or long for at a core level, the realization of such desires potentially results in something nightmarish rather than dream fulfillment. In worst case scenarios, this can have us running for our lives like the featured mother. Okay, so I said this before, and this book I think was translated because sometimes these sentences don't really make sense. There's missing commas and just other word placements that don't seem that they should be there. So basically what is said so far is that when we think we know what we want is not really what our heart desires, it kind of puts us in a situation that's very compromising, a situation that we don't really want to be in. Okay, let me go back to the passage. Whether or not we consciously recognize a delusion for what it is, an untruth can never satisfy our needs. Illusions have no sustenance or substance and therefore cannot satiate the burning desire that mistakenly drives us to attain them in the first place. Nonetheless, at the origin of every distorted desire is an invaluable lesson for us to learn about ourselves. Gently unpack the reasons why you are turning away from, rather than confronting, the things that are not actually as they seem in your life. It may be necessary to compassionately release yourself from an unwarranted conviction that things or a person will magically change into what they have the potential to become and cease making excuses for what they have not. So basically, this is about taking ownership and not living in a life of fantasy, not putting yourself in a situation that you wish it to be, but taking the steps to fully change it and make it into what you want it to be. The mother's message: once we get clear on what our heart's core desire is and therefore need, we are ready to recognize it in whatever form it takes and to receive it. Make the space for your heart's true longing to come in by freeing yourself from any illusions that still haunt you. Okay, so basically we have been put in a situation where we have built a false sense of reality around ourselves. And it's time to really understand what our heart's true desire is so that we can start building it for real, not just what we want in our mind. But what came to mind just now is that if you have an illusion already built, that's kind of what you want anyway, right? So part of the work has already been done because this illusion that you created is something that you desire, something that you want to be. And so once you figure out that it is an illusion, you're going to have to start to dismantle that and untangle yourself from this illusion. And then you're going to have to put in the work needed to make the illusion a reality. So that's probably going to have to be letting go of certain actors that are in this illusion because they are participating in this falsity with you. And they may or may not be ready to leave this falsity, or they could be just taking advantage of a situation in that they're helping to perpetuate this illusion, this false sense of reality for you. And in turn, that people may not be good for you, right? And an alternative to that is that perhaps you too can realize that what you two, or however many, you can realize that what you have built is false and break everything down, sort of like a tower, and start to rebuild from the ground up. But that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of maturity on maturity on the level on all with all parties involved. Okay. All right. So let's see what we have here. So, distorted desire. So, I mean, it could be that this, what you have created, this place that you have put yourself in, is not really something that you're putting out there for others, because on maybe like a subatomic level, you know that your situation is false. We do have some cards here that would indicate that things aren't really going the way that they are perceived to be going. We have the Knight of Wands here, which I do see that there is a lot of passion. But at the same time, we have this Four of Cups, which is that feeling of ennui, you know, that just that ho-hum, that just in a period of stagnation, of not really seeing that there are gifts to be received. We also have the Three of Cups in reverse, which is a card of celebration, right? So while you might be passionate about this situation that you find yourself in, Gemini, I don't really see that it is something that has longevity. I feel that with the Five of Cups and the Hermit in reverse, and also the Chariot in reverse here, there's just a period of sadness, of just discontent, of not moving forward. It's like you guys are stuck, almost like you're in a suspended animation of a situation that you've kind of created for yourself. We have the World in reverse as well, and you know, the World is generally stepping into that new plane of existence, the happiness. We have the Eight of Pentacles too, which is all about hard work, and that's in reverse. Now, I do see that we have this Eight of Wands here, and I feel like this is sort of going to be your saving grace. This is your call to action, to really change what's going on here. There is, with the Six of Wands being in reverse, this is that homecoming, that happiness card, the celebration of you know, of victory, of everyone celebrating. This isn't something to be celebrated, though. This is something that has grown past its need, past its expired. It's past its expiration date. You may have built it under false pretenses. You did, but what I see needs to happen is there needs to be some personal growth in realizing that, hey, this isn't really where I want to be. This isn't really what I see for myself. This isn't factual. This isn't true. This is just something that I have created, and it's bringing me sadness. And I'm at a situation here where I'm kind of stuck. I'm not moving forward anymore. And it's time for you to move forward. It really is, with this Eight of Wands here. And that's really where I really see these three cards here really sticking out to me, because I feel like this is your answer here. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and Eight of Wands. Though you built this situation under false pretenses, you built it in, you've put it together, you've made this false reality into something that you desire, right? What you've created in your mind is what you really want to have. However, it's not real, it's not tangible. And so what I see here even though it might be not based in reality, it's a roadmap of where you want to go, of where you want to be, of what you want to have. And it's going to take some action on your part. First of all, to realize that what you've created is not real, that what you're living in is a simulation, so to speak. But what you've created, what you're living in, it's not the truth. And so you're going to have to dismantle that. That's going to be the work. Okay, that's the first part of the work. The second part of the work is really to understand how you got yourself there. How did you get to this place where what you're doing, what you thought was true, wasn't really true? How did you become so disillusioned with that situation in the first place? Okay, that's the next step. Once you understand that, you'll be able to start working on aspects of yourself that put you there, right? What is it about yourself, and what is it that you've been through that made you want to sort of put yourself into this fantasy world, and start dismantling that, and start understanding that, and start doing the shadow work that is necessary for you to really work with that energy. And then you can kind of turn it around. So here's your roadmap. This is what you want, okay? But this is what you've got to do. You've got to put it into action. And you know what? That is okay, Gemini. I think that is just part of who you are. You are a person who has these lofty goals, this person who has these grandiose ideas of what they want their life to be like. And sometimes when we fall short of that, it can make us feel like we're less than. And so in order to compensate for that, we do certain things to maybe not face reality, not to really say that we're at fault or that we have some work to do. But that's just what we've learned to do. And I think with your mind power, I think since you have this roadmap here, you can make your step by step since you have this roadmap, since you have the mind power, since you have the willpower to go forward, I think it's going to be easy for you. Well, no, I don't want to say easy. I think it's going to be I think you kind of have like a game trail to follow. You kind of have the stars sort of mapped out in your head where you want to go and how you're going to get there. It's just you need to do the work to unravel all of this stuff and to understand, which, like I said, you're air energy, and I think you're going to be able to get there. And as I say that, I realize that there are not any air cards on here. We don't have any swords. There isn't anything. I mean, the closest thing would be the chariot with this person flying in the air. We've got this Eight of Wands here, but so perhaps you've got here of not really mental planning. You've gotten here by way of emotions, these dense emotions. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. If we need to go deeper into this reading for you, Gemini, let me know. Reach out to me. We can do a personal reading and go deeper into this message and see what it is we need to uncover. And if you know anyone who can benefit from this reading, please share. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care.